tennis balls, Navajo murals, and the ego's grand slam, Jungian identity in The Shining. In The Shining, Stanley Kubrick layers meaning into every shot, from blood-drenched elevators to disorienting carpet patterns. One of the film's more subtly hilarious moments involves Jack Torrance sitting in the Colorado room, angrily bouncing a tennis ball at a Navajo mural. This mural, adorned with depictions of the blue corn god and two spirit figures, seems like an odd target for Jack's frustration. Why a tennis ball? Why the mural? And why is Kubrick taking us on this bizarre ride through Jungian psychology? The answer lies in the mural's symbolic representation of unity and Jack's inability to reconcile his fractured psyche. Jack's tennis ball tantrum is more than just an outlet for his frustrations, it's a hilarious, rage-fueled commentary on the Jungian process of ego dissolution and the daunting task of integrating fragmented identities into a cohesive self. Let's serve up some Jungian analysis, Navajo symbolism, and dark comedy as we unpack this strange but meaningful moment. The Navajo mural, a portrait of unity and duality. The mural Jack targets isn't just decorative, it's rich with Navajo spiritual imagery. Central to its design are the blue corn god, a figure representing sustenance and growth, and two spirit figures, which embody the integration of male and female energies. For the Navajo, this mural represents balance, unity, and the transcendence of dualities. The two-spirit connection, two spirit figures in Navajo culture, symbolize the blending of masculine and feminine identities, creating a unified whole. It's an aspirational state of harmony, something Jack, with his axe-wielding masculinity and fragile ego, utterly lacks. The blue corn god, representing fertility and abundance, the blue corn god is a stark contrast to Jack's barren creative output. All work and no play anyone, the god's nurturing symbolism mocks Jack's failure to produce anything meaningful as he spirals into madness. The mural as a mirror, the mural reflects what Jack needs most: unity within himself. Instead of embracing it, he hurls a tennis ball at it like a petulant child trying to knock over a piñata. Jack and the tennis ball, a petty war with the psyche. Jack's use of a tennis ball to vent his anger is both absurd and meaningful. The tennis ball becomes a stand-in for his frustration with his fractured identity and the impossible task of integrating his warring parts. A childish protest, throwing a tennis ball is hardly a productive way to confront deep existential issues. It's as if Jack's inner child, unable to process complex emotions, has taken over and decided, let's play fetch with the cosmos. The ball as ego projection, the ball becomes an extension of Jack's ego, ricocheting off the mural in a vain attempt to impose his will on something far larger than himself. It's a hilariously ineffective attack on the very unity he desperately needs. Missing the mark, each throw of the ball represents Jack's futile attempts to confront his own psyche. The mural, unyielding and serene, becomes a silent reminder that Jack's anger accomplishes nothing except bruising his own ego. Jungian psychology, the egos break and rebuild. Carl Jung's concept of ego dissolution and integration provides the perfect framework for understanding Jack's mural tantrum. According to Jung, the path to self-realization requires breaking down the ego's rigid boundaries and reintegrating its fragmented parts into a unified whole. Dissolution of the ego, the Overlook Hotel, much like Jack's mind, is a labyrinth of unresolved trauma and shadowy archetypes. The mural offers a vision of balance that Jack can't comprehend, much less achieve. His tennis ball represents his resistance to ego dissolution, a futile attempt to cling to his crumbling identity. Integration of the psyche, the two spirit figures on the mural symbolize the integration of opposites, a process Jack is wholly unprepared for. Instead of embracing this unity, Jack lashes out, proving that sometimes it's easier to throw a tantrum than to face your inner two-spirit. The Overlook as shadow self, the hotel acts as Jack's shadow, amplifying his worst impulses and forcing him to confront the parts of himself he'd rather ignore. The mural becomes a taunting reminder of the harmony he could achieve if he stopped throwing things at it. The comedy of a tennis ball versus infinity. Kubrick, ever the dark humorist, turns Jack's tantrum into a cosmic joke. Watching a grown man hurl a tennis ball at a mural about unity and balance is like watching someone scream at their horoscope for not fixing their love life. It's petty, it's pointless, and it's hilarious. Jack's cluelessness, Jack's anger at the mural highlights his utter lack of self-awareness. He's not mad at the mural, he's mad at himself, but lacks the emotional tools to realize it. Instead, he opts for the most passive-aggressive form of art criticism imaginable, a metaphor for modern frustration. Who hasn't wanted to throw something at a symbol of their unattainable goals? Jack's tennis ball becomes a stand-in for all of us who felt defeated by a yoga poster or a motivational quote. Kubrick's wink at the audience. By having Jack bounce a tennis ball against a mural about harmony, Kubrick turns the scene into a parody of self-help culture. It's as if Kubrick is saying, sure, balance is great, but good luck achieving it when you're stuck in a haunted hotel with your ego in shambles. Conclusion: the mural as a target and a teacher. In The Shining, Jack Torrance's tennis ball tirade against the Navajo mural in the Colorado room is more than a moment of idle frustration. It's a symbolic battle between a fractured ego and the promise of unity, a promise Jack can't understand, much less achieve. The mural's serene imagery of the blue corn god and two spirit figures offers a vision of balance that Jack, with his unchecked rage and wounded pride, can only lash out against. Kubrick's choice to juxtapose this profound symbolism with the absurdity of a tennis ball is both darkly hilarious and deeply insightful. It's a reminder that the journey to self-realization is never easy, and sometimes it's downright ridiculous. So the next time you feel like Jack, hurling tennis balls at the metaphors of your life, take a deep breath, aim for the bullseye, and maybe, just maybe, try talking to your inner blue corn god instead.